Hello, wanted to make a video. We're going to talk about the Greeks of a ratio spread, and we're going to be looking at NVIDIA and Microsoft. Got two trades on, NVIDIA and Microsoft's, and each one's we do have a 1-to-3 ratio spread. I'm going to go through a little bit of the logic on why I put that in. So first off, let's go ahead and let's take a look at the chart of NVIDIA. We can see NVIDIA has got some resistance right around here at the 185 region. It on the day that it had earnings came down, stopped right there. Then the next day broke through. It tried to hit through on the 4th, which was yesterday, Wednesday the 4th. Couldn't make it through. Possibly could break up back through there. Just going to take a look at a position we got on. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the volant for it. So we want to look at the Vanna here in Volant, and what we're going to see here is a huge negative Vanna strike. Now, Vanna is, of course, how volatility is going to affect Delta. And when you have negative Vanna, especially something this strong, it's going to be what we call a repellent. It means as price heads up into that strong negative Vanna strike, and especially as implied volatility drops, this is going to repel price, which is going to keep it lower. If we look at the chart, now this negative Vanna strike has been there for a while, and it was it could be why, because it was here on the earnings day, and NVIDIA did break out above 200, above that strike, but it came back down and then instantly got pushed away. So this negative Vanna strike is going to stay until expiration. So we wanted to make a play that says price is not going to head above that 200 strike until options expire here in a couple of weeks. Actually, next week. Well, no, third Friday. So we got a couple of weeks away. So this is the position that I put on. It is a 3-to-9 ratio spread, basically 1-to-3 times 3. And so this is going to be, of course, the expiration P&L of it. Now you can see, putting the position on, initially we're going to have negative deltas. And you can see that because as price goes up, the model basically is going to say, well, we're going to be in quite a losing position. If price runs up to 190, then we're going to have an open loss of about $1,000. 875 really. But what that's going to have is that's going to give us more theta at that point. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the delta line here. And let's get rid of the P&L. Okay. So right now, as we can see where we are, or where it closed at today, 180.24, we can see that the deltas are negative 52 deltas, and they're going to get more and more negative as we go up. Let's go ahead and let's add theta in on this. But what's going to happen is as we get closer, or as we go up, thetas are going to get more and more positive. We can look at that through the P&L line, because you'll be able to see, well, this is the P&L line. So price has to get sucked to the P&L line. So this is going to give us greater theta the higher we go up. So my intention is that price is not going to go above 200 on NVIDIA. So if price does make a run up over the next, say, week or so, what's going to happen, let's see how time's going to affect this. So if we go 1 week out, is going to put us on Thursday, March 12th. Let's say where it closes 1 week in at 11 o'clock. We can see we're going to have negative 117 delta. Our P&L, though, is going to be right around this 191 area. So we could make a 10-point move and still be in greater P&L. Of course, if NVIDIA stays where it is, we're going to have an open P&L of right around $500. And Theta is going to get more and more greater the higher we go up. There will be a point where Theta does peak out, and that will be above the 200 strike. So the only thing that we're looking for is for price to not go above 200. If it does, we're going to be fine. We're going to, possibly hedge. If it does, hedge with some stock. If it goes up in price. But we can see just by the risk graph that, by the way we put it on for a 45-cent credit per 3 contracts. So we took a total of $135 credit in for this trade. So if NVIDIA does go down, we don't lose any money. This is going to be risk-free to the downside. No matter what happens to the downside, we won't lose any money. Looking for NVIDIA to stay under 200. Now let's go ahead and let's take a look at our Microsoft. And it's the same type of trade. Microsoft is going to be the same type of trade. It's going to be a ratio spread. Let's go ahead and take a look at the price chart of Microsoft. And Microsoft's expiration, I believe, is going to be quicker. I think we have Microsoft expiring in 8 days, so just over a week away. So Microsoft is running after the close here. Let me see. Short strike is 430. So that's way up above that. Now let's go ahead and let's go. I should show you the chart of that. 423, that's way above the all-time highs. Is going to be 430. That's where our short strike is going to be. Let's go ahead and let's take a look at the Volland, what we're seeing in that. So we'll go ahead and change this ticker to Microsoft. And we do have negative ANA above, not all the way until the 625. It is the largest strike. But one thing to think about here with this is going to be the charm. Now, charm is going to be a bearish sign whenever we get up into this area, so the 412. You've got a huge strike at 412. So price should not go too far above 412. And it's going to be tough to keep going higher and higher. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at what we have here. So same type of situation. The higher the price goes up, the more we could, take some pain on this. But the higher we go up, the greater the theta is going to be. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at delta along with theta. So delta is going to get more and more negative the higher that we go up, but theta is going to get more and more positive the higher we go up. And the further in time we go too. If we take a look at this, theta is going to get stronger the more we go in time, and delta will get a little bit weaker the further we go into time. So let's go ahead and take a look at the deltas all by itself. So as we're going, say we go just a few days in advance, actually delta is going to be positive at that point. It's going to be running into this little profit tent up here, depending on where we are in price, of course. So our break even is going to be, just say by Tuesday, our break even is going to be all the way up at 425. So we'll keep an eye on this. I'll make video updates to keep you guys posted about what's going on with it. Anyways, those are the positions. Those are how the Greeks are going to behave with a ratio spreads. All right.